Hi, Luchi. Thanks for taking the time to join us today. So these kind of energy drink soccer teams, they can be interesting to play against. You faced one in St. Louis on the road already once. You faced the Red Bulls in preseason. In both games, there were definitely some struggles. When you take a look at what you're expecting to see from the Red Bulls, is a lot of what we already saw in preseason? Are you expecting more of the same, or do you think that they are making some shifts in the way that they play, given their earlier season struggles as well? Thank you.
No, I mean, our expectation is that there's consistency in how they're going to play, especially at home. But they have a clear identity in how they want to get pressure on the ball, their intensity, full throttle, high energy, collective, pressing, getting pressure on the ball, jumping lines, and doing it well. They do it really well. We learned that, like you mentioned, in preseason. I thought we had moments that we were successful to break it and could have also shown our danger in the attack, but on that day in preseason, Red Bulls got the better of us. So we know how dangerous and effective that their style and their identity is, and we respect that. And we have to be ready for something I would believe is similar, despite any results they or us may have. It's early in the season for any of us, and it's a long season. So we're focusing the next opportunity. You mentioned St. Louis that have a similar identity and similar style without the ball, and whether a team is successful right now like St. Louis and earning points or not, we have to respect it. It is a style that can be very effective, and we have to be ready. We know with the ball, we have to be clear in our intentions and purpose, and almost find this balance of urgency with patience to try to break lines and play with our identity and play with our desire of possession, but more desire of breaking lines and attacking and creating a threat in the attack. So how to do that and when to do it, that's not clear. We're working this week with video, with training to try to improve that, because it's going to be very difficult. We know that. And look, without the ball as well, we also like getting pressure on the ball. We also like getting in a mid-block with compactness and triggers to get pressure on the ball and readjusting when pressure's broken, reorganizing, and trying the cycle again. So that we believe that's something that we have to measure and see how can we be effective doing that when a team is very dangerous vertically themselves, playing forward, playing in behind. So how are we getting pressure on the ball? When are we getting pressure on the ball? Those are the things that we also need to measure and learn from these past experiences, from the preseason, from St. Louis, and see how we can improve and get better in the next opportunity coming up this weekend.
Let's go back to Fabian Brenkel and try. Fabian, can you hear us now?
Hey, thank you, Luchi, for taking that question real quick. How is Gresso coming along with his injury, and what's availability looking for Nico this week? Thank you.
Yeah, Carlos is progressing. He's more available this week than he was last week. Does that mean he's on our roster? Does that mean he's in a discussion for a lineup? It's too early to tell, but I think in the next 48 hours that'll be more clear. But we're grateful that he's in the mix more in training. He's getting more volume. He's getting more healthy, more in rhythm, getting fitness, getting confidence. So it's good to have him back in the mix. Not clear what the role will be yet, but we'll get there. And then regarding Nico, Nico is progressing. We would ideally like him training with us soon. Almost there, really close. There's a few benchmarks that need to be achieved physically and in terms of body mechanics before he can get on the ball in a team training. But we're really close, but we're not there yet.
Thank you. This question comes from Ted Ramey. He asks, the defensive line has looked very solid in the back these past few games. what is the success to that, and what are a couple things that can be improved on?
Yeah, look, I think defending, just like attacking, is about 11 players working together, trying to be on the same page, having priorities in our game model and the way we want to play. So defensively, we do want to have compactness, and whether we high press or mid block, medium press, or recover behind the ball, we want to work together, and we want to do things with intensity. Intensity for us is really important, that it's not just intense forward in a press or even sideways. It's multi-directional, even back pressing or recovery runs need intensity as well. That's important. So those are the things that we're trying to train, to give structure, to give priorities, and to try to improve and do it against the different styles of teams and the different ways that teams build and break pressure and attack our box, and even try to keep improving principles on how we even defend our box, because we need to do that. Houston tested us in moments, Toronto tested us in moments, so we need to defend crosses, we need to defend the box, that we have priorities, and guys can execute their roles. But look, it's dynamic, it's going to continue to evolve and be challenging, and we know that. So every game we want to value attacking just as much as defending our box. Those are the two most important phases of the game that dictate the scoreline, right? Scoring and defending the goal. But we have a good balance of experience, youth, some physical tools, communication, and guys that I see have a great attitude and a great pride to defend the back line, and then a midfield that's committed to helping as well, get compact, and a front line that I see them putting a lot of effort and intensity to defend equally as much as attack. So I think the progress has been positive, but we got to keep getting better, because we're going to have new challenges, especially this weekend against New York.
This question comes from Alex Morgan. He asks...
Sorry.
Please.
JT, also, we have our goalkeeper competition that we've had since preseason, which we know was really important that we have this season with our staff and then our players. So, with Daniel being injured and not being in that competition, and it's been great seeing Emmy, a young goalkeeper, compete with JT, and JT competing with himself, with the training, and also making plays that help us defend.
This next question is from Alex Morgan. He asks, I wonder what you think about the offensive line and the shooting at the top of the box. It seems like they get in good positions, but perhaps don't pull the trigger right away. I'm curious to see if that's something that you've noticed, and perhaps what needs to be changed moving forward.
Yeah, look, attacking definitely needs variation, unpredictability, creativity in combinations and individuals. It needs a quickness to surprise the opponent. So I think our volume is really positive. I think we're showing consistency that we're going to get crosses. We will create crosses. We will get plays in behind. We will attack the box. And then, look, the last cross, the last pass, the last finish is always the most difficult part of the game to execute. But, we have all the capability to keep doing that at a better level. So is it the quick release, setting up a shot with 1-2 touch? Is it putting it on target? Is it the crosser playing the ball and being aware of the space to play the ball in, and then our runners getting there? Is it in numbers? I think it's all those things in combination that we are very clear and aware of to have stimulated in training and recreate in training with intensity, with competition, and with analysis to break down. And I'm really confident in our players to be open. They're open. They see video. They're on the training field talking about solutions and ideas. And I think we have a great opportunity to keep trying to get better at that. But I have to be happy with the volume. And we're getting balls in the box. We're getting numbers in the box. Is it connecting as often as we want? Are we putting it on the target, like you mentioned? There's certainly opportunity there to improve it.
Let's take one more question in English before moving to the Spanish portion from Jamin Moore.
Hey, Luchi, thanks for taking another. One of the things that's been interesting and I think fun to watch has been seeing Rodriguez and Jonah Mensah attack the goal at times, not just in the set plays, but oftentimes getting forward in the run of play. Without like giving away tactics here, like what's the situations in which you see that hey, there's an opportunity to get them forward. We can still protect ourselves defensively, in that situation and create a little bit of surprise and maybe overwhelm with numbers. Like, what's kind of the mentality into this? We call it center attacking backs as a bit of a joke, but it's been a lot of fun to kind of watch that. And hopefully they're going to get one in the goal here soon.
Yeah, look, they're close. They're both dangerous naturally. They have natural tools that make them dangerous attacking the box. First and foremost on set pieces, and they show that in training, and we definitely, and we know the opponent is aware of that. They scout that. So, but they have that naturally because of their physical tools, their mental tools, their timing, and other guys too. That can do that in the back line. Most of these chances are coming, first phase of a set piece or second or third phase when the ball's being recycled or we still have a possession and we put it back in the mix. So, as was the case in Rodri almost having a chance second half late in the game, right? But I think the team's doing a good job of kind of having a structure after the set piece where there's multiple phases in the run of play where we can still be dangerous, put balls in the box, and why not take advantage of our center backs in there? But then other players need to be adjusting in a structure, so we're not caught in a transition moment without our two very important players in the back line. So I think the team's done a good job finding its structure while maintaining attacks with center backs. But we encourage it. I encourage it. We talk about it. We want to be intentional about these guys scoring. I know their number one priority is to defend the back line, the box, protect the goal, but the extension of that, the added value is that they can score at any moment, and I'm confident they're going to sooner than later.
And 2 questions in Spanish by Max Cordero.
Luchi, ¿cómo estás? Un gusto saludarte como siempre. La primera, si bien jugar de local y jugar de visitante es distinto, quería saber, en tu opinión, cuánto ayuda las 2 recientes presentaciones en casa muy sólidas, si bien no se sumó 6 de 6, pero sí 4 de 6, pero con un muy buen sabor de funcionamiento, trasladándolo al partido de este viernes, obviamente con lo que ofrece el rival, con las características del rival. ¿Cuánto ayuda en la confianza y cómo ha crecido el funcionamiento del equipo para poder, digamos, romper el tabú visitante esta temporada? Gracias.
Sí, ¿qué tal, Max? Primero es siempre reconocer nosotros mismos que aunque en Atlanta perdimos partido, pudimos estar ganando si hubieran terminado el partido en el minuto 94, ¿no? O sea, hicimos un buen partido para ganar allá. Lástima que no se dio, aprendimos mucho, una lección fuerte, ¿no? Que nos hace más fuerte para responder y mejorar. En St. Louis andábamos muy bien, 25-30 minutos, y bueno, los goles nos vinieron encima con más que queríamos, pero también nosotros remontamos con oportunidades y creamos oportunidades de gol para sumar y entrar al partido de nuevo, pero no se dio. Sé que, mira, otra oportunidad que nosotros vamos con confianza para competir y saber que podemos ganar puntos fuera de casa. Y el objetivo es competir de minuto 1 para tratar de ganar. Y si al final el resultado es un empate, eso todavía es positivo, pero viene para nosotros de un resultado de competir y querer ganar como prioridad. O sea que así queremos actuar, así queremos entrenar. Cuando entrenamos durante la semana no decimos, mira, vamos a entrenar diferente porque vamos de visita. Vamos a entrenar diferente porque estamos en casa. No, queremos ser consistentes en nuestra identidad, cómo queremos actuar y jugar, en representar esas cosas en casa y de visita. Es lo mismo, no hay viaje, hay fanáticos nuestros o los del rival, cosas, cambios de tiempo, cambios de clima, o sea que hay muchos factores que pueden ser diferentes, pero no, nosotros que no queremos la mentalidad de hacer excusas, queremos enseñar nuestra identidad y pelear por eso, en jugar un fútbol que queremos, que nos gusta y que creemos que podemos ganar. Claro, va a haber ajustes. En Nueva York el partido puede ser diferente que contra Houston, pero a ver cómo adaptamos, cómo mantenemos nuestra identidad, pero también adaptamos y buscamos la manera con flexibilidad de buscar puntos. Así que tengo mucha fe en ese proceso, pero no viene de decir, chicos, son dos cosas distintas totalmente, no, viene de consistencia. Y yo creo en ese proceso.
All right, thank
Y
you,
la
Luchi.
segunda, Luchi, sería, obviamente ya te preguntaron y es la pregunta de rigor, conocer las condiciones de Carlos Grueso, ya nos lo aclaraste, pero quería regresar al partido anterior e incluso también al de Toronto, en seguramente cuán positivo fue, por más de que Carlos llega para ser referente y estabilizar una zona tan importante como el mediocampo, que el medio sector se haya comportado tan bien en las dos facetas de juego sin un futbolista tan importante, ¿no?
Mira, es un punto muy, muy bueno para agarrar, que aunque nos faltaba una pieza muy importante, liderazgo, experiencia, recuperación de la pelota, un fútbol, un juego simple con la pelota, pero no es fácil reemplazar eso, pero tener, por ejemplo, un Michael Valdísimo, que un joven que está aprendiendo, subió su nivel para ayudar al equipo, entrena fuerte, aprende cada día. Judson poco a poco recuperando, agarrando su ritmo, su confianza, un perfil similar, ¿no?, a Carlos Grueso. Esos jugadores listos, subiendo el nivel, por eso somos un equipo, por eso tenemos profundidad en la competencia para subir el nivel cuando se necesita, y orgulloso del grupo para enseñar eso, y bueno, queremos seguir ese proceso, y ahora con Carlos poco a poco regresando y casi incorporado al full, pero casi, es algo muy positivo para el equipo, saber que tenemos los reemplazos y tenemos los jugadores de titularidad que pueden hacer el trabajo para ganar.